So we have an Indian man who is keeping it real, and he is saying what we've always been saying about his people and how they feel about black people. Take a look.
Telling you, people can deny this as much as I'll talk from my own family. They think black people smell. They think black people are always stealing, looking at lux. They think black people are corrupt. And you know what they say? It's their culture. It's their culture. Constantly that's who they are. And then when something happens, right? Say there's a robbery. 90% is going to be a black person. Why? Because if you go to India, 90% is going to be Indian people. You're in this land. This is the land you're in.
Yes.
Like the majority of people is going to be black. I'm not saying Indians and whites don't steal. I'm just giving an example. So they will say, see, that's their job. That's their way. That's who they are. That's their culture. And you're telling me I mustn't be racist. This is the wording. I'm speaking from my truth. This is the wording that goes on in this community. And that's why I'm saying I'm fed up. So I want people watching this to say, do you know the people that you looked up to in the Sahaba and the Tabi'een and many others were of dark skin, darker than your skin. And you show respect to them. But the dark skinned people of this world, you look down upon because they have curly hair or because they have darker skin. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's the next generation that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a change in the next generation. And whether they're not marrying, because that's still to come. Like my dad would always say, I must marry a black person.
Do you want to? Was that a different conversation?
That's a different conversation. But importantly, that should become the next step, that we start intermarrying and we're spreading Islam just in that similar way. But more importantly is that this kind of the stereotyping, this kind of distaste to someone just because of the color of their skin and a misconception about.
He's speaking facts. This is how the majority of the community feels about black people. We steal, we smell, we're corrupt, and anything that happens, it's a black person that did it. It's a black person that did it. And he's saying, well, this is what happens. You're in an area where it's primarily black people, but I don't even subscribe to that, because we can be in an area where we're just a small fraction and still it'll be us that will be accused of all those things. It'll be us that'll be discriminated against. So it doesn't matter what environment we're in. We come in, they're already prejudiced for the most part. So with that regard, I'm not quite agreeing with him. It doesn't mean we have to be in that area in order for them to feel that way about us. They just do feel that way about us. But I do like that he is saying that he has a message for them. And he's basically exposing the hypocrisy, because he's mentioning, look, our people can be darker than even you, the ones who are discriminating against black people. Yet you will come to Canada or the United States and you will be discriminatory against somebody that's darker or even the same color as you with curly hair. And all of a sudden you have the audacity to be racist towards us. So yeah, he's exposing that as well, saying, like, think about what you're doing here. And that is the truth, because I tell you what, this white adjacent mentality that they have, yet they're experiencing racism, especially here in Canada, because, as I always say, and I've reported on it several times, they'll be owning stuff and they're only hiring their people. They're being accused of being racist. They're being accused of many things. They're being accused of diminished quality and service in all of the restaurants that they own. They are being attacked verbally, physically. They're going through all the things we're going through, yet they will accuse us of stealing. There's been reports of them accusing black people of stealing when they did nothing. They will be anti-black racist to us, calling us anti-black slurs, the N-word, you name it. Yet, again, they are acting as though they are better than us. They look down on us. They treat us disrespectful, okay? And I'm not saying all. Let me be clear. I know many from the South Asian community that are absolutely wonderful people. I'm not saying all. We're talking about, and what this gentleman is talking about, are the ones that are anti-black racists, okay? So to that subset of people, I'm saying you cannot possibly think that you're better than us and you are white adjacent, or you feel like you have this proximity to whiteness and they're treating you no better. So that's the hypocrisy of it all. So yes, I agree with this man when he's saying, look, we have people in our community that are darker than the black people that you are, racist against and stereotyping. Not to mention, I repeat, not to mention, there are so many of this community out here in Canada that are committing really violent crimes, including robberies, including smash and grabs, including extortion. Need I go on? Your country's foreign minister warned the government, warned our former prime minister to not be letting these people in because a lot of them are from gangs and were committing crimes in their country and have just come here to continue what they were doing in their country.
Number of gangland people, number of people with organized crime links from Punjab have been made welcome in Canada. We have been telling Canada, saying, look, these are wanted criminals from India. You have given them visas. They have come, many of them, in false documentation. And yet you allow them to live there. If you decide to import for political purposes people with very dubious, actually very negative background, there will be issues. They have, in some cases, created problems in their own country as a result of their own policies.
So let us not be hypocrites here, okay? When things are going down, it's not only Black people, and it's not always Black people. Your people are committing these crimes big time. Your people are who the white Canadians here are complaining about most. It is primarily because of those that look like you that they're marching around this country talking about ethnic cleansing and take back Canada and all of the other things that they're doing. It is primarily because of your community. So, let us not be hypocrites, okay? Let us not. But kudos to this man who's trying to say, look, I'm fed up with this. Y'all need to recognize that we're brown people. We're not the folks. And we will never be treated that way. So you need to stop treating Black people like this and look at a way to unify. That's my 2 cents, family. Let me know what you think about what this man has to say. Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app from your Google or Apple store and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ansah News with Purpose. Until next time, please be safe.